Hi everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing the scene where Kakashi kills Rin from the Naruto series. So it's two characters and kind of half body, so not full legs and stuff like that. So just to fit in the page a bit better and so you can see it. So it's not too far away and the lines are too small and stuff like that. So anyway, we're going to start with Kakashi's face. So his head, just over here. So we'll start with the mask half of his face, and then we'll do his hair. So just about the middle of your page, just here. So the middle of my page is just here, and then we're going to come over and we're going to do his nose first. So we're just going to curve this that way, little diagonal line, and then pointy back this way. That's his nose facing this way, and his arm is going through Rin's chest. So then this will come down then, like so, around to his chin, which is going to come up this direction to his jaw, and then up towards his ear, like this. Now then, he has hair that comes all around here, and then we can see some of his ear and like a shadow maybe for a little bit of his eye in under his fringe, right? So his hair spikes all around. It's just a big spiky ball, right? So we can see the first one just at where the tip of his nose was, just here, spiking like this. And then these come down along this mask here. Smaller one. Spike down, spike up. Next one just spikes here, spikes back this way. And then we have a small one that covers his ear, like there. And then another one here, like so. A couple at the back of his head, like this. And then we're going to go all around to the front. So it's going to go spike that way, and then go up this way, up again, like so. So we're going traveling around. And then down here, straight down, and just down the other side of his mask, just there. And then we can see some little details just underneath that hair. So his mask line comes across his face, jump over that hair, like this. And then this will come back to about here. And then there's another little piece of hair on his neck, just there. And we can see a little bit of his earlobe just in here. So a curved line there, and a little bit of a line in there. And then we can see so there's a shadow being cast just across his face by his hair, just here. And maybe you can see a little bit of his eye. So we just do a line in here, and it's just sort of hatching, or if you were coloring real dark, like this. So he's in real shadow, it's a real dramatic scene. And there's more shadow just here. And you might be able to see a little line for his eye, but it's very slight. Very little. Just a line, diagonal line, like that. That's all really. And there might be another hair spike there. And yeah, so that's all you need to do for Kakashi's head. So it's pretty simple because it's mostly hair and his mouth is covered with this black mask. So it's pretty simple. Like this. And then his neck will come down from his chin just here. Like this. down to there, and then the back of his neck is up here. So his back comes down towards his shoulder and his arm. So we'll do this arm first, I guess. So he's got these straps on his uniform. So we'll do the first one just here, strap, like that. It's like a line like that. And then this will come down to about there, and it'll come up back to his neck just here. So it's like a V sort of shape there. And then his shoulder comes out from here, so bumps out like this. And his clothing has folds on it, so we gotta put those in to make it look sort of realistically like clothes. So we do a curve from there, and then a bump, and then the bottom of his sleeve comes down around his arm there. So this comes to his elbow, and then his other hand that's in a fist down here. So we have just the bottom of his t-shirt, you can see just there, and then this line comes back in towards his body, and another fold line just there. And then we'll do the strap that comes down that arm just like this, like so. And he has a white top to his clothes, so it's white up here and black down here. So we can just draw that in. Right, so his arm then comes out from this shirt, comes out like this, and he has like a guard on his arm, so we got to draw that in. So that's skin, and then we see more clothes. So there's the next part of his uniform. So a little line here, curves around, and then we're going to bring this line down, curving down like so, to his elbow, which will go back in towards the middle here. So the top of this arm has loads of bumps for the clothes that he has on his arm. Bumps for this cloth, see that? Little bumping lines. And this will come up like so to the end of it that's sitting on the top of his hand. And this will curve this way, and then just go back up like this. And then in here he has these metal plates, so they're just kind of boxes. So you just do one here, like that. It's like a metal plate, and it has bolts keeping it on. And then there's like some scratches on it. And the next one, same thing again, like a box, bolts, and then some scratch marks. And next one, a little bit smaller. Bolts again. And scratches. And then the final one just here. Circle, 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 circle. And then like so. Now, so the rest of his hand, right? So we can see his thumb. So take your time with hands. So coming out from this part, we're going to do the thumb first. Comes up like so. And then bumps to the top knuckle, down to the bottom where the thumbnail is, and curves around. And this joins the next finger, so you could do the next finger like this. So his fist is closed, so it's just bumps along the bottom like this. And then that goes off the bottom of my page there. Can't see the little finger. So we'll just do the lines then for the rest. So this is going to come up just underneath the thumb, bump, and then back into that glove, and a line in there for his skin fold. And then we have a line for the next fingers where they join together, just like this. And there. And some knuckle lines just coming there. Like that. Okay, so his body, right? So we'll do so that you can see his body just in between his arm here. So it comes down, and then we can see that strap that comes across his body. So we have this diagonal line, and then this strap comes out from here. There's a little diamond style box that clips all the strap together, like that. It's the center. And then this will curve down, come around his body, like this. And obviously this comes up his back and back around his shoulder. So then, the strap on the other side, just here, like this. And this has some bolts and things in there. And then, so the line for his body that comes diagonal down here. So right from up his arm up at the nose here. So we'll go back up here. And we'll do a fold. And then this line will come all the way. All the way down. Just underneath this diamond. And then the rest of the strap, this strap, finishes down under there. And then his belt is just down here, curved line, and a buckle just there. And this has sort of lines and things for buckles and various different shapes and things on it. And this travels underneath his arm, just comes out just here, and then the bottom of it just there. And we can see just a bag on his back here, so it just comes out from underneath his arm. Comes out there, down, like that. Double line, like so. And some hatching just here. And then a double line again to show the side of the bag. Now, so the rest of his arm over here, we have another fold for clothes, and then the top of his shirt just comes up here, down, over, back down for his sleeve, a bit longer maybe, just there, and then this will go diagonal down and join the rest of his clothes, just there. There's another couple of fold lines, so fold line here, and that one we did, and then separate the black section from the white section. Like this, so like this t-shirt, so It's all black, goes up here, and then it's white on the top. So it's white up here, black down here. Right, so his arm then comes out from here and goes right into Rin's body. So just like so. And then so this line for her, the front of her body comes up, just touches his arm right here, and then curves down like that, and then comes up just to her hair that's on her shoulder here. So she's leaning forward, and it sort of goes up here. So it's like the top of her shoulder is across from Kakashi's, the middle of Kakashi's head, just there. So that's how far up you need to go. And this comes around like that and meets her hair just here. So we have some hair spikes like that, like so. And then there's some hair along her shoulder like this. And this hair comes all the way down here and then goes around her face and her headband. And then her face is just in here above Kakashi's head. Her eye is above Kakashi's head. So we'll add in her hair here. So just spiking. Hair hanging down the side of her face. So there's one. So pieces of hair. And then a couple in between. Now this comes all the way up. So curving up around her face, above Kakashi's head. And then we have her headband just in here. We can only see a small bit of it, like that. And some of the metal plate with the bolts. And some of the symbol just here, just a little bit, right? So then, coming down from this headband, we have her forehead and her nose, her mouth, and then her eye, right? So headband is in there. Rest of her hair will go back around, but we'll deal with her face first. So we're going to curve this diagonal this way, following the line for her body, right? Then her nose will come out. So her nose is just in line with Kakashi's hair there. And then this comes back down and in. And there's just a line for a nostril just about there. Dot even. And then her top lip comes down back in to her mouth, which has got a sort of open, shocked kind of surprise look on it. So it comes in, around for her bottom lip, and down to her chin, which goes back in under her hair. And then there's just a little line there, maybe for her teeth. Now her eye then is right across from this part that curves in. So the bridge of her nose, right? Just in here. So you could start with her pupil. So just do like a ellipse. So it's an ellipse is like just a skinny circle. Like this. And then the bottom eyelid just under. With some eyelashes coming off like this, and then the top eyelid above that, maybe with some eyelashes also, and we can just see a line for the eyeball, the actual eyeball itself, so just there and there. And maybe we can thicken up some of this line for her eyelashes just here. Then above that we have a line for his eyelid. And then the eyebrow just coming down from the headband. So coming down diagonally. So maybe 2 lines if you can fit them. Kind of like that. Something like that. And then we can see some of her hair on the other side of her face. Coming down past her nose. And then it goes around her head and goes back to this part. So it's going to come around. Down, like so. Spike out, spike down and then back in. Some hairlines. Back to there. Okay, so now we have Rin's back. Comes down from her hair, just here. So we do a line, so her shoulder, and then her back comes down like this. And then there is the section where Kakashi's hand is coming out of her back. So it has like zigzagged sort of cut lines, like here, like so. And then her back will continue down like this. So then we have her, that's her trunk, all the way down to her belt, right? So now we'll do her arm. So we have her, it's a big long sleeve. So we just have a line for her shoulder, just here. And then this will come down and there's kind of fold lines, so just like clothing lines, like this. And then this will come down to a big long line like this for her sleeve, all the way down. And then this will come around and then come back up. So we're going to bring it around the bottom here, and then it'll come back up like this. So we're going back up towards that shoulder. There is a cut, a rip and a tear just in here. So it's like a V turned sideways like this. And then we can see her arm inside. So her arm is just like here, and then the other side of the sleeve is just here. And there's like some hatching and stuff just on that side for shadow, just in there. And then this sleeve will come back up, so the big cut there, and then this will come back up this way. Another fold there to her shoulder, and another one just up here. There's some folds here where her armpit would be, like this. And then her arm comes down off my page just here at the bottom, like this. So she has a belt with a bag like Kakashi on the back, and then a belt and some sort of frills kind of on the front. I'm not really sure what they are. They just looks like a rag folded or something. So the belt comes across from this open section of her sleeve, just there, just like this, and then comes out the other side there, down to here, and then this sort of fabric section is just here. So it's like a fan, kind of like a folded fan. It's hard to describe. And then, so we do a line down, coming across, another one comes up, another one like this, kind of like fingers, like so. And then there's two more just underneath that, two more rectangular like shapes. And then she has this, the dress part, the white part of her costume just comes out, sticking out here, coming out here. And then the other one comes off down here. And the back of her leg just in there. And yeah, so that sort of satchel, that bag she's carrying on her back. So we just draw that in now. So we have the open and closing part, this part of it just comes up and around like that. And then the rest of it comes down around like so. And then her skirt or dress that she's wearing comes out the bottom. And there's like a button or something on the front. And then a ridge just around the edge. And another one coming down the side. Now, so Kakashi's hand that's coming out of her back, right? So, just comes out from this hole. So his arms coming straight through there. So this comes out from this hole here, and we can just see a bump up for a finger that goes behind his index finger, his main finger here. This one comes up to here, down. Another bump down and around. So fingers are kind of all about the knuckles and the bumps and stuff in them to get them sort of proportional and stuff. So this will come back in around like so, and then it'll hook around to his thumb just here. So his thumb is just there. Like this, and there's some just lines for like knuckles there. Another one maybe here. And then a thumbnail. Like that. And then we can just see his two other fingers just in underneath. So another one comes out this way and around, back up and into there. And then the next one is underneath that one. Just bumping lines for a hand. You know, those bumps, those skin bumps that are on a hand, just there on the bottom. It comes all the way back into there. Like so. And then his Chidori, so we have the spikes that come up and down for that one. So spike, up, big one here, back around, up, like this, coming around his hand. So spiking, lightning kind of lines, energy lines. Like so. And of course the costumes are black, so I'll color them in, and I might add some of the details like the rain and stuff like that, maybe. But that's the basic idea, Kakashi and Rin. So I'll start coloring this stuff black now. Okay, so I added a good bit in the end, as usual. I can't help myself, so I colored in the dark parts of the clothing. I added a lot of the drips of rain on Kakashi's outfit, and some of the actual raindrops in the sky. So I just did that with a ruler, and you just use that for a straight edge and draw a straight line down and do loads of them all over. And then some hatching and stuff like that. So I hope it was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.